Hey, what's up guys, it's Cypher, and today I'm bringing you my review of the Elder Scrolls Online PvE gameplay released from the ESO developers Paul Sage, Nick Conkle, and Dan Crenshaw. I'll have the gameplay running in the background, and I'll be giving my own personal opinion on some of the things shown in this video. From the get-go, you can tell the graphics have improved greatly since the last time they showed us gameplay. There was a lot of backlash actually from the QuakeCon video that they released. A lot of people saying that the graphics just looked so bad, and people didn't realize it was just a beta, and it's still currently in beta, but the graphics right now are closer to what the game will actually look like. And I am actually very impressed with the graphics. Not because it came from a rather not so graphic oriented MMO like RuneScape, but the graphics of this game look up to par for an MMO genre. You gotta keep in mind that it's not gonna look just like Skyrim, because Skyrim is a single player game. This is a massive multiplayer online game. It's gonna have a lot of compromises made, but just judging by this video, the graphics do look really good. They're taking on a Zymil Cruise, is an overworld monster, which basically means it just it roams the world, and you can run into it. You don't necessarily find this monster in a dungeon. You can run into it by yourself or with teammates, and these monsters do give a challenge for players. And right here you see this guy fast traveling, and it actually costs money to fast travel. I guess they put that in to encourage traveling instead of fast traveling from place to place, and I do like that they put that as a money sink and as an incentive for people to travel. There you go, one of the developers is doing the wave emote, so there's emotes in this game. That's pretty cool. So right here you see a little animation going on. These people are summoning a Dark Anchor. They're followers of Molag Bal. Apparently they sacrificed this dude so they can open up this portal, and basically what the Dark Anchor is this big portal that just pops up in the sky. It can happen all over Tamriel, including Cyrodiil, which means that during a big epic battle between two or three fractions, this Dark Anchor could just come up out of the sky, and it will be interesting to see how things work out. Nick Conkle comes in, hits a sneak attack, knocks out one of these Molag Bal worshippers with just one arrow. So there is an incentive to sneak up on your opponent, because you do get that bonus hit, which I really like that they carried over from the Elder Scrolls game. So right now we're watching a Dragon Knight, and it's surprising to say that because he's using a fire staff, but that just shows how flexible the character progression can be. You can make a Dragon Knight, but then have him use a fire staff and go burn everything up in your sight. So just because that they have the class system, it's more like a mold, but you can shape that mold in any way you want once you actually get your character started, and that's pretty cool that they're showcasing this. It seems like they're sticking together. The healer is staying close to the other two developers just so you can heal them when they're low health. But keep in mind that everyone has the ability to heal. Everyone can be a healer, everyone can be a DPS, and everyone can be a tank. It's just that some people are more focused on one thing than the other. So even if you're a pure melee type of guy, you can pull out a staff and start doing work with it. You won't have the necessary skill lines involved with that staff, but that doesn't prevent you from doing so. So this MMO isn't the whole typical cookie cutter type of MMO where one person is a dedicated tank, one person is a dedicated healer, and one person is a dedicated DPSer. Everyone's more like a hybrid, but there are focused more skilled players in certain things. And the developers do say that when it comes to really challenging dungeons, the Holy Trinity, as they say, the tanker, the healer, and the DPSer, that type of setup might be more effective, especially when it's a really challenging veteran dungeon. So As you can see, in order to close this dark anchor, they have to activate these little orbs that pop up, and the monsters basically try stopping you from doing that. And I guess once you close off all of these orbs, the dark anchor disappears. But before that, there's more like a final boss. There are only 5 abilities, with the 6th one being the ultimate. And some people are saying that that is too simple, there's not enough abilities, but the way I see it is, with such limited abilities that you can put, well, you can actually put, you have 12 in total because you can switch weapons, but with such limited abilities, it would be very tactical to see what abilities people choose and what abilities people don't bring with them or have set up before a fight. I like how they showcase the use of first person as well as third person, but in reality, most of the people in PvE and PvP will be using third person for the awareness of other NPCs, being able to see behind them. For me personally, I'll probably be using first person when I'm just exploring, and it helps me get more immersed in the world when you go in first person. Here's the boss. It's a Dread Harvester. And its main attacks is basically it's shooting these electrical looking orbs on the ground. You basically have to jump out of the way, avoid them. One of the developers right here shows us a cool use of the roll tactic that you can do to avoid. You can dodge projectiles and attacks by rolling out of the way. But it does use up stamina, so you can't use it all the time. But when it needs be and you really want to avoid being hit, that's a good way to get out of a hit. So once they finish the final boss, they close that final orb and the dark anchor closed, and everything's going back to normal. So this looks very interesting. I'm not really a PvE type of guy, but this did get me excited a little bit. Can't wait to see what other stuff they have in store. Thank you for watching my review. Be sure to leave a like and comment, and tell me what you think about this video. See you guys soon.